All right, everybody, we're talking about those good old executive orders that President Trump signed on June 6th in the drone industry. Now, there is a lot to cover, and I'm doing many videos on this, but I'm telling you right now, this is one of the biggest ones. What are we doing about strengthening the drone manufacturing in the United States? China is beating us, and they're going to continue to beat us until we do something. Hey, I'm Brian Long, co-founder, co-CEO of Zephyr Systems. We are just knocking it out with our social media and YouTube and Instagram. Please like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell to keep up to date with what we're putting out. We're putting out 3 to 5 videos a day on all this information, not just commercial, but defense as well, and what it means to all of you. When we talk about one of the executive orders, it's drone manufacturing. I just watched a video from Congress, and they're talking about manufacturing in the United States, defense and commercial. We are currently at 50,000 drones a year. That's it. China is producing 500,000 drones a month. They're blowing us away. We have to do something about this. We absolutely have to do something about this. And I know that most of the manufacturing has gone overseas, a lot of electronics manufacturing gone overseas. And I actually remember in college and they're saying, oh, once the manufacturing goes overseas to a cheaper market, it's never going to come back. Oh, it's going to come back. And it has to come back for us to continue as a nation. Now, with this executive order, they're sitting there and prioritizing, U.S. manufacturers for the drone industry. What does that mean for you and I? What that means is we have the opportunity now to build up businesses, whether it be commercial or defense or both, and make good quality American made drones that we can sell here in the United States and to the US government. Yes, I know a whole bunch of you make your own FPV drones. Awesome. Please continue. Why aren't you selling it to the US government? I see a lot of YouTubers and they talk about, and articles, when they talk about what can you do in the drone industry as a business. And they're talking about videotaping or videoing houses for sale, Wi-Fi towers, oil lines, LiDAR. LiDAR is a huge one. Why isn't anybody making their own drones and selling to the government? You have tons of opportunity right now. I am going to make a video here shortly on what those opportunities are. And if anybody remembers, the President Trump has given manufacturers 100% write-off for the first year of starting their manufacturing. You can get a lot of grants and you can get a lot of business loans to start your manufacturing that you're already doing in your garage and get 100% write-off. Massive. If you actually go to Zephyr Systems training page, which we'll link, you can learn how to start your drone business from A to Z. And we talk about what the possibilities in there of what your business are. More to follow. I have another video just on drone businesses. Think outside the box. It's not about just flying your drone. And I know a lot of the marketing companies are eating up and drones just a tool. No. Think outside the box. You can do very well as a side business or your main business in a drone company, not just videotaping somebody's house, I promise you. Now, going back to what they're talking about with the manufacturing, what are the biggest key points? And I promise you it is the huge thing for Zephyr Systems is Blue UAS. Blue UAS is saying that you are NDAA compliant, meaning your components come from America or a liked country, aka not China, not Russia. What does that change with this executive order? That changed because when Blue UAS came out, there was what we call on-ramps, or how to get onto Blue UAS. And there was one, and then they shut it off. Yes, Blue UAS was around, and we had it for many, many years. And then even Zephyr Systems, 5 years. We've been around for 5 years. We tried to get on. They're like, oh, there's not an on-ramp right now. And what we're seeing is other companies, allegedly, on Blue UAS may have wanted no one else getting onto that on-ramp. Well, now it's an executive order, and now they're changing Blue UAS to have on-ramps onto Blue UAS program once a month. They're going to reevaluate American small business, specifically veteran-owned disabled small business, that is not cutting out all the regular people that are out there with small business to make drones. You can get on there too and get in there every month. You're making products, you're American-made products, and you can get in there and sell your drones that you manufacture in the United States to the U.S. government. That's a huge deal. Huge deal. Now, when we talk about manufacturing, everybody knows that a lot of electronics have gone overseas. It's bad. I know it's bad. There's a lot of companies working on this right now to bring the manufacturing of the motors, the circuit cards, the flight controllers to the United States and get that spooled back up. Also, when you look at the negatives per se, is the U.S. government doesn't want to pay anything for these. They want to pay, $750 to $900. And what we're paying, because we cannot use Asian or Chinese, basically, electronics, those costs go up, and you're looking at $50,000. So there is a big gap that we have to work on. Yes, there's a massive gap. But this executive order steps in the right direction to get that back in the United States. Get manufacturing back in the States. Maybe you just want to manufacture circuit cards or flight controllers for drones. Please do it. I promise you it will do amazing in the country. It'll do amazing for the commercial market and do amazing for the government market. If you're looking at propellers, maybe, or just doing airframes, for quadcopter, stuff like that, do it. Awesome. Get those things out there, get those ideas getting. You can get small business loans, you can get grants, and once again, it's 100% write-off the first year you do it. And you're just helping the industry. There's so many ideas out there that we can get going and help the whole drone industry. I want to know what you guys think about these executive orders, specifically the one that talks about drone manufacturing. How do you think it's going to help the United States? What do you think are going to be the challenges we're going to face? And then what are some possibilities or opportunities to overcome those challenges to help the U.S. get back ahead of the world in drone manufacturing?